start again, and yeah, this is the house you're looking for. But before we go talk to him, there is a bomb, there is a wall we can crack with a bomb. Yeah, make sure you look at your bomb counter as well. I got more bombs. The max you can get is about 10, I think. Yeah, we got 50 rupees there, another 50. And there's a lot of secrets. If you're really good at the game, you always have a good amount of rupees. I am indeed Sahasrarala, whatever the hell it's called. Yeah, the village elder, and a descendant of the 7 wise men. A really nice entrepreneur. I'm surprised a young man like you is searching for the sword of evil's bane. Not just anyone can use that weapon. Legends say that only the hero who has won 3 pendants can wield that sword. Do you really want to find it? Good, it's a test. Could you retrieve the pendant of courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I'll tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now go forward to the palace. Yeah, they'll tell you where the palace is. It's not that far from here, actually. Basically right where that little pendant looking thing is. Now, on your map, the pendant that's close to is the pendant of courage. That's the first one. The second one you go to is down on the bottom left corner. It's the Desert of Mystery. The sword looking thing is the Master Sword in the Lost Woods. And the tower over there is the Pendant of Wisdom. I always keep thinking it's power on, but anyway. Where am I going? Whoops, back. So there's a few descendants of the wise man. Watch out for these guys, because they're around and they're annoying. But luckily they don't know how to go upstairs. Suckers. Now let's just get the hell out of here. Can't you people leave me alone? Gee, no better people. And it's up here. And yeah, it's gonna be like the first dungeon of the game, but still. What do you expect in the final boss? I feel sorry for that guy. I completely raped him to death. Anyway, this is the East Palace. You know what this... I just remembered that the East Palace is like similar to the Palace of Darkness dungeon. Yeah, of course, nothing over here works. So yeah, don't waste your time. Except for the little switch. These guys are small fries, they're basically easy. Now then, watch out for the balls. If you take too long, then it will shoot a giant one that will cover both sides. As one will soon come, hang on, just wait for it. Yeah, there it comes. Go down here, walk up the stairs. So yeah, there's 3 dungeon items in each dungeon. There's 4. One's like the item of the dungeon that you get. There's the dungeon map, and there's dungeon map, there's the compass, and then there's the big key. Yeah, so go up here. Because over there was just extras. Now see that big chest? You need a big key to open it. And those chests that look like that are just the dungeon item. Now these guys are annoying because they do jumps. Clever little guys. The red ones actually shoot bones at you, so be careful. So just trap them in a corner. And see those little pads up there? They're basically like communications things that like the Elder or Zelda will talk to you. Yeah, and these jars are actually pretty useful. Now, those little arrows, you just saw they're like ammunition for your arrows, which is actually, incidentally, the dungeon item for the arrow, for this dungeon. And arrows are quite useful. I'm just going to change my boomerang in case. Compass. Compass basically pinpoints the location of the boss. You will see a skull, and that's where the skull is. Rooms you've already entered without a dungeon map will just be shown. Now press A at these guys. Right on his eye, whatever the hell your name is. I can talk to you telepathically, whatever, when you touch one of these tiles. Here's a hit. You can use search and hit in this palace to defeat armored foes. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. You know what, screw this. So we're now down the room. Those little guys with the eyes closed, don't bother them. You need a bow and arrow to beat them up. So you need the big key to open the chest. And chests that look like that, basically, you know, and locks that look like that up there, basically, you know, open the big key. And yeah, and of course next to the arrow is the key counter. So just gonna walk under these guys. Then we're just gonna find our little Now these guys are annoying. Try not to get hit by them because they also deplete some of your magic. As you just probably, if you just watch the magic meter, then yeah, you would have noticed that your magic just got depleted. It also some of your health. So these guys are really annoying. But there's an item called the magic powder that I'll get later that can transform them into fairies, which is quite useful. So I guess there's a good and a bad thing about them. But they can't be killed with normal weapons, just by the way. And yeah, some keys appear in jars. So make sure you look everywhere if you're missing a key. Because they might be just next to you. Yeah, now we're above here, we can just bridge up. Yeah, we'll just get away from here. Why can't you people just die? So just defeat all these guys and then these guys should be released, I think. Maybe if you break. Yeah, you can actually hit them in the eye, but bow and arrows would do much better. Come on. That's right, just die. Yeah, these guys do take a while, but with bow and arrows they're just much easier. And then these guys come, and this activates the chest and has the big key. Some switches activate chests, some just open doors, some do a lot of crap. And yeah, this is basically the room that we're back at. If you want to see what your dungeon... Hang on just a sec. Yeah, there's our dungeon items. Show in the chest. Bow and arrow get. You found the bow. You can shoot arrows until you run out. Yeah, see your little 15 number. That's the number of arrows we have. If it reaches 0, then you can't shoot any arrows. It's so unfortunate for you. And watch out for these little guys that decide to chase you. So bow and arrows are actually quite a useful item. And these guys are much easier to kill, and just be careful they don't follow you. So they just take one hit. As opposed to a gazillion sword hits. But just don't waste your arrows. Because wasting your sword arrows is just not good. It's just not cool. get better. Just try to stay a good distance away from these guys. Yeah, this little tile here is there. The max you can hold on arrows so far is basically 29. Now watch out for these little flaming balls, and you just gotta find the right switch. And yeah, the room where you see that little horny thing, that's basically the room before the boss. And yeah, for this boss you require the bow and arrows, because Zelda tradition clearly states that the item that you find in the dungeon will basically be the one that you basically need to defeat the boss. Getting what the? Well, not all dungeons. There are some exceptions. Wait. Sorry, dog's making this weird noise. Now these bosses are Armos Knights. Yeah, this is the room before them. Yeah, red ones take 2 arrows to kill. Just make sure you stay a good distance away from them. What the hell? I couldn't kill him. Why won't you people just die? This is gonna take a while, and I'm already on 1.5 health. That's just flipping great. Okay, there should be a heart around here somewhere. Yeah, try to get to full health. Oh well, 3.5 will have to do. Now these are Armos Knights. They're basically vulnerable to arrows. Once they start to move, then they're vulnerable. Yeah, so they will take a couple of hits. They're easy to no damage, so just stay in a corner. But once they get in there, you're gonna have to start letting off your arrows. Now, you can use your sword, but arrows do much better. So if you run out of arrows, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go for your sword attack. So make sure not to waste your arrows shooting. When the last one goes, they'll try to stomp you, so try to stay in line with them, then shoot. And yeah, once they're done, a heart container appears. Heart containers basically appear after each boss, and they raise max health by 1. Now we're at 5, and this is the Pendant of Courage. What's half this crap on the updates appearing? Oh wait, what's the time? Oh, yeah, I'll just bet end. Okay, we're back. And boy, are we always low on space. Yeah, and you instantly refill your health when you clear a boss. So let's go back to that little elder's name, whatever the hell his name is. Look, bud, I know you want to settle a score here, but let's do it later. I'm kind of in the middle of walkthroughing here. So I talked to him. Oh, you got the Pendant of Courage, now I'll tell you more of the legend. 3 or 4 generations ago, an order of knights protected the royalty of the Hyrule. The Knights of Hyrule were also guardians of the Pendant of Courage. Unfortunately, most of them were destroying the Great War against evil, and took place when 7 wise men created their seal. Among the descendants of the Knights of Hyrule, a hero must appear. I see Knights on Trifina, I believe you should get the rank Pendant. And carry this with you. This is a treasure passed down from the families of the wise men. Once you have it. This is the Peagus Boots. Or Pegasus shoes. Well, I call them boots. Now, just hold the A button and you dash like hell and you hold your sword in front of you. It's quite useful, and it's good in the 2D, and they only really appear in the 2D Zeldas. Yeah, so they're a good one. Just hold A and yeah. To stop running, just tap in another direction besides the one you're going. And yeah, when you hit an enemy, you basically damage them. Well, duh! Because you have your sword right in front of you. And sometimes Peagus booting items basically, you know, done. Well, with that, we're gonna have to unfortunately do some more ending time. Well, I might as well end soon, assuming I don't get my butt raped by these guys. It's funny, in the center of Hyrule is like our house. Convenient. Yeah, you can also cut through grass at very high speeds. Watch out for these birds, because they're really annoying. Hey, that's cheating. You're not allowed to snipe in grass. So attacking high in grass, it's only like freaking something feet tall. I might go in completely the wrong way again. Oh yeah, deep water don't go in. Because you need a certain item called the Zora Flippers to actually go in. And I best hurry up. And these are some bombs. Oh yeah, remember this place for later, because there's like a dungeon in the Dark World, and which I'll tell you more about. But yeah, I'm just getting a piece of heart. Yeah, there's a piece of heart. Yeah, I'm just gonna end. Well, goodbye for now.